Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. I'd like to say that we seen this years ago, but we actually saw this 3 days ago. I'm actually going to be doing the next pack, the Hachette Partworks release, and build the B.III Lancaster bomber. Okay, this just got delivered with a Dalek, which is why I wanted to do this today. And the reason I'm doing it today, it's quite a quick one. I need a quick build today. And the reason for that is, you see the fuselage that we worked on last time, which I said to you, I'll put up here because I don't want to damage anything. We're not working on any of that. As a matter of fact, I've got no parts of the Lancaster bomber for any 4 of these stages, apart from these 3 things here, which is a wheel and a green, a yellow, and a red lens. I believe they came in issue 50. Not sure about the wheel. We'll have a look at that nearer at the time. The only other thing we're going to need today is the base that we've been working on, which looks just like that. And believe me, when you see the first 2 stages of this, you'll realise why this is going to be so quick. Now, again, I don't know if this is still available. I have put a link in the video description, and I've also got that QR code on the screen. I know a lot of you are thinking, when's Wayne's beard growing back? We're getting there. Look, we're getting there. Very white though. Anyway, 4 stages, 91, 92, 93 and 94. Without further ado, let's get cracking. So we're going to start with stage 91, and as you can see, we get the remote control. We don't do anything with it. We just got the remote control. Now I suppose we could put a battery in it. I don't know if it comes with a battery. We're going to find that out. And as you see in this stage here, we've got a side panel for the base, which has got a hole in it by the look of it as well. So what I'll do, bring over stage 91, which is here, and let's get this remote control out. Just going to open it out, and I want to see what battery this takes. It takes a 2025 battery, which is going to go into here. Let me just open this battery chamber up. Grab a 2025 battery. Just see, I've got a whole heap of cell batteries here. This is a 2025, looking like that. Put that in there, and then just slide that into here, just like that. And you know it's working because the light comes on when I press the power button there. Okay, that's all there is to do in that stage. In stage 92, here's the instructions. Little bit of the base, which is the side panel here, we're going to be creating. We're going to be adding something to the base here, just like this. Then we're going to be building onto this side panel, just like that. This is wood, and this is the rest of the magazine. So, stage 92 is in this box here. Let's get this open. And I'll just start unwrapping everything that we've got in here. And just to give an example of the wooden base, as you can see, I'm going to bring up the base that we've been working on, and because it's so big, I'm just going to zoom out my top camera there, because I'm going to be putting this one into place now, making sure it's going the same direction as all the rest. This is just going to be going in here like that. Perfect. Okay, held in once again with these flange screws. These are the JP screws, and I need 2 of these. One there and one there. I'm not putting a link down here at the moment, but what we are going to do now, which is a bit strange, is turn this over just like that. Because I am mistaken, there is one other part that we do need, which came in stage 89, which was this part just here. It's going to go in with KP screws, and I'm trying to get my bearings of where this actually goes. It's actually fitting on this section just here. It's actually going to be going in like this. So it's just a case of putting this over the lugs like that. And then I've got these black KP screws here. So with that in place, I have turned this round. I'm putting this in with these KP screws, and it goes in through the top side here. So just lining them up and screw them in. Now they're basically going in at the 2 corners just at the back here. And then the positions just here. And one just on the other side now. I'm guessing these are eventually going to house the lifters for the Lancaster. But once that's in place, I can put that on the floor. Bring over this piece of wood, looking like that, and I have a bracket to put in for that. Now, in this stage, we've got a couple of brackets, but this one I want. This is symmetrical, so it doesn't matter which way I use this, but this is just going to be going on here, just like that. And I've got JM screws here, which are these silver screws, which are going to hold this bracket into place. So one here, and one on the other side just here. I always know I've spoke too soon when I run into the house again to get this piece, because I completely forgot about this piece, which is from stage 85. Going to be putting this in like that, and then again putting these two parts together with those silver screws. These are the JM screws, so one in there and one just there. And then what I want to do is I want to brace these two parts together. You can get this tight by just loosening the screws, getting it as tight as you can, then tightening it up like that. So you do have a nice tight corner on there. But to reinforce that, we do have this bracket here which is going to go in, which is going to brace the sides just like that there. So again, silver screws in here. One in the top, that's fully reinforced now. And with that in position, that's all there is to do in that stage. So in stage 93, we've got a part of the fuselage here, which is going to be the underside of the Lancaster. And as I said, the only things we need are those lenses and the rear wheel. And this is the rest of the magazine. See, I was looking at this stage rather than the base stage. Okay, let's do this. Everything I need is in this box just here. And I am surprised, I have to say, I really thought that this would be metal. I don't know why. This is actually plastic, but that's how that's looking. I need an LM screw, which I've got in the bag here. And all I'm going to do is take this rear wheel that I've got. I'm going to be putting this into the hole at the bottom here. It can only go in that way. So it's pointed towards the back. And I'm holding that in with one of these LM screws just through the top. That wheel is metal, so that's why I'll put this in some oil. And there we go. That's held in place. Now in these points here, this is for the lenses to go in. So I'm putting a green lens in first, which goes into this side just like that. Then I've got an amber lens to go in. Now when you put these in, they have got different lugs. You've got a small lug this side, a large lug that side, so they can only go in one way. And then I've got this red lens just to go in at the top. And they do face down, so if you look at the bottom now, as you can see, they are flush to the surface there, these lenses. And with those two parts, that's all there is to do in that stage. We do have these GM screws left over. So that brings us on to the last stage, which is stage 94. And you see we've got some more parts for the base here. Looking like that, we're going to be putting all of this together. We're adding this detail here as well, which this time I did bring in to make sure I've got that. And that is how the base is now looking. And this is the rest of the magazine. Coming in the next pack, we've got some more parts for the base. Once again, let's get everything out here. And with this part that I've just got here, I've got another one looking like that. This one's got an L on it. The other one's got an R on it, just so you know. Okay. Okay, let's bring up the base. And I'm going to be putting these last two plates into position, which is slightly harder now because obviously we put that plate in, which is no longer having this flat. But I will get these in. And once again, I'm holding these in with the flanged black screws. And I am making sure when I put these in, I am putting all of these in exactly the same way. And then I do have the brace just for the corner here. It goes on that way. Obviously, that's not a corner, that's an edge. That's what I meant, the edge. Okay, that's good. And then down the bottom here, I've got 3 of these 4-hole connectors to put in. Just like that. That's going to require 6 screws to keep them in on this side. And then finally, just on this point here, we do have a 2 connector to put in, just like this, which is going to be facing outwards. And there you go, that's that in place as well. Okay, turn this over, and now I want the right hand side little lifter surround, I'm guessing. So it's the one with the R on. And this is going to go into the position just here. So I'm just lining this up. It sort of sits just offset just like that. I have got these bags of KP screws again. Just to put these in. I'm guessing, I'm very much guessing this is in the right place. I think it is. I'm going by the picture as showing how this sits against this one here. And that does look right to me. But this is the last screw just going in here. And with this last screw going in, that is all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. So as you can see, the base is getting a lot bigger, and I think it's going to be even more bigger than that. That's crazy. So I'll put that on the floor. And obviously, we haven't touched the fuselage up there. What we have done is put the wheel in with the lenses. And we have got this section here. And we've also got a bag of screws which I haven't used, which are GM screws. So who knows what's coming in the final pack. The recording time today of this was only 23 minutes. So that was a quick video, wasn't it? Anyway, enjoy yourself for the rest of the day. Not quite sure what's going to be on the channel tomorrow. It's going to be a surprise for me. But I really do hope you like that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.